Hello, this is Bill. Welcome back. In this video, you'll learn more about the Flash interface. Shown in the middle is the start page. It's broken up into 3 columns. The first column allows you to open up recently edited documents. The second column allows you to create new documents from scratch. And the third column allows you to create new documents from templates. There's also an option here, a section called Extend, and if I press on this link here called Flash Exchange, it will take you to the Adobe Flash website where you can find hundreds of easy to install extensions, time-saving functions, code, and more. Some are free and some you'll have to pay for. Down at the bottom is a little checkbox. If you were to press on this little checkbox, the next time you open up Flash, this Flash or startup page will not appear. I'll go ahead and press OK. Well, if you go ahead and later on to change your mind, you want this startup page to appear, no problem. You can just come up here to Edit, come down to Preferences, and under the category General, on launch, you would choose Welcome Screen. And then you'd press OK. I'm going to go ahead and just simply press Close here. Okay, at this point I'm going to go ahead and create a new Flash file. I'm going to press on this first link right here, and that's going to create a Flash document, and the publish settings will be for ActionScript 3.0. At this point I'm going to go ahead and come up here to Window, and I'm going to get my default workspace shown here. Okay, so the first time you open up Flash, your workspace should look very similar to what's shown here currently. Okay, taking a look at the default workspace up here, at the very top I've got my timeline panel. That's going to allow me to create layers and work with frames. Each one of these little rectangles here denotes a frame, and that's very helpful when working with animation. In the middle is the stage, and this is the area where you'll create your working content. It's the area visible to users after you publish or export a finished project. Down at the bottom is the property window, and it will display properties for either the entire Flash document or a specific object depending on what is selected. A lot of times when creating my screen recordings, I will even close my property window, and a lot of times I'll either minimize, or I'll close or collapse these panels over here on the right. Another thing which I typically do is take a look over here at my toolbar. Is by default it's set to a single column, and on my screen recordings a lot of times I'll press these two little triangles right up here, and I'll get that as 2 column just so I can get almost all the tools displayed in my screen recording window. Well, taking a look at the toolbar over here, we've got various tools. I've got tools for selection, such as the selection tool, the sub-selection tool, and the lasso tool. I've got drawing tools, such as the pen and the pencil. I've got painting tools, such as the brush and the paint bucket. There's also tools for viewing, such as the hand, which will allow you to move the stage around, and the zoom tool, which will allow you to either zoom in or zoom out. There's also a stroke. This is going to be, for example, if I'm creating a rectangle, it would have a white border currently, and it would be my fill color would be set to black. Shown right below there is kind of my default black and white, and if I press on that, that's going to set my stroke color to black and my white color, my fill color, to white. And I can press on this little icon right next to that, and that will toggle those two back and forth. Down at the bottom are some options, and depending on which tool is selected, these options will vary. For example, if I was to choose the brush tool, I can see some of the options down here, whereas if I was to press on the paint bucket, I would get a different set of options. Well, this concludes this introductory video on the Flash interface. Hopefully you'll learn a little bit, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you.